In this video, we're going to show how to take the measurements for flexibility. So first, before flexibility is taken, we need a warm-up. We need to warm up for about 5 minutes, either on the treadmill or cycle ergometer. Then, some points before starting, make sure your participant either has tight clothes or shorts so it's easier to see the contact points. Practice up to 6 times before taking each measurement, and make sure you take the best measurement. In this video, we're going to go over trunk flexion and trunk extension. First, for trunk flexion, we're going to have the participant remove his shoes and sit on the floor with legs fully extended and feet 6 inches apart. With hands together, we're going to reach forward with their head in as far as possible. Then you're going to hold this for 2 seconds. We're going to repeat this twice. His score is 29.5 centimeters, which is in between below average and average. For trunk extension, the participant lies prone on the floor with hands behind the head. On command, the participant lifts up the upper body. The measurement is taken from the floor to the participant's chin. He scored 12.5 inches, which is in between the marginal zone. For this test, you're going to measure the back scratch test. First, the participant stands and reaches over the shoulder with one arm, while the other arm reaches behind the back. Then you measure the distance from one middle finger to the other middle finger. The arm that's being measured is the arm reaching over the shoulder on the top, which in this case will be the right side. For him, he scored 0.5 inches, which is in the low zone. Then for the left side, you're going to repeat the same thing. For him, since his fingers overlap each other, you measure the distance it overlaps. So you would write greater than, and for him it would be 0.5 inches. In this video, we're going to go over how to take hip flexion and extension. For flexion, we're going to have the participant lay supine, and the contact points are on their greater trochanter and the midline of the femur leading to the lateral epicondyle. The stationary arm is placed on the lateral midline of the pelvis. Then the participant then bends the knee and lifts it to his chest. For the right side, we've got 95 degrees. For the left side, you repeat the same thing, and we got 100 degrees. The norms for this are 100 to 120 degrees. For extension, we're going to have the participant lie prone, and the axis of rotation will be on the greater trochanter, and the moving arm will be on the lateral epicondyle. The stationary arm will be placed on the greater trochanter. The participant then bends his knee and extends his hip, lifting his knee off the ground. For the left side, you got 25 degrees, and for the right side, we got 30 degrees. The norms for this are 30 degrees. In this video, we're going to show how to take the range of motion for knee flexion. First, the participant will lay supine, and the knee will be bent and the hip flexed. The contact points are lateral epicondyle, greater trochanter, and lateral malleolus. Once adjusted, the leg will start straight, and then flex as far as possible. On the right side, he scored 140 degrees. Then for the left side, he scored 130 degrees. The norms for this are between 135 to 150. In this video, we're going to take dorsi and plantar flexion. First, we're going to have the participant sitting on a table. The contact points are lateral malleolus and the parallel aspect of the fifth metatarsal. The stationary arm is the midline of the fibula. And for dorsiflexion, we're going to have the participant flex the foot and point the toes upward. For the right side, he got 20 degrees. And for the left side, he also got 20 degrees. The norms for this are 20 degrees. Then for plantar flexion, we put it on the same parts, the lateral malleolus and the parallel aspect of the fifth metatarsal. Then we point the toe downward. For the right side, we got 45 degrees. And for the left side, also 45 degrees. The norms are from 40 to 50 degrees. In this video, we're going to go over shoulder abduction and medial and lateral rotation. First, for shoulder abduction, we're going to have the participant lay supine, and the points of contact are on the anterior aspect of the acromion process and the midline of the humerus. The stationary arm is parallel to the sternum, and the moving arm is on the medial midline of the humerus. For the right side, we got 170 degrees. And for the left side, we got 175 degrees. The norms for this are 180 degrees. We believe that he did not score the full amount of range of motion is because he has more muscle mass. The next test, we're going to go over medial and lateral rotation on the right side. First, we're going to have the arm positioned laying flat with the palm facing down. And we're going to have the olecranon process and the styloid process as our contact points, with the stationary arm perpendicular to the floor. For medial, as shown first, the palm is going to go facing down. Then for lateral, shown second, we're going to have the palm facing up, going towards the head. For the right side, for medial, he scored 48, and then for lateral, he scored 85. The norms for this are 70 to 90 degrees for medial and 90 degrees for lateral. Medial, he scored 48, and that we believe that he scored 48 because he hurt his collarbone when he was younger and has scar tissue preventing him to do full range of motion. On the left side, for his medial, he scored 70 degrees, and for his lateral, he scored 85 degrees. In this video, we're going to go over shoulder, extension, and flexion. First, we're going to have the client lie prone with the contact point on the acromion process and the lateral epicondyle. And then we're going to put the axis rotation on the acromion process. Then make sure the stationary arm is on the mid-axillary line of the torso. And the hand is lifted towards the ceiling with the palm facing in. Then we're going to repeat for the same process on the left side. Both sides were 50 degrees, and the norms for this are 50 to 60 degrees. For flexion, presumably supine, contact points on the acromion process and lateral epicondyle. The stationary arm will remain on the midline of the torso, and an axis, and the moving arm will be put on lateral epicondyle. The arm is lifted to the ceiling. For the right side was 170, and the left side is 165. Make sure you repeat this for both sides. The norms for this are 150 degrees to 180 degrees. Before measuring flexibility, we need to perform a warm-up. Warm-up must consist of 5 minutes on either the treadmill or the cycle ergometer.